number 6. Northeast Race Cars and Parts with lap number 7. While Bill Slater, V8 Racing, donated money for lap number 8. Mal Hope of Hope Racing with lap number 9. Rod Color Machine with lap number 10.
Once again, the halfway lap, and this one, $100 will go to the leader of the halfway lap, courtesy of Thompson Speedway Concessions. Caution laps in this one will count. Once again, 50 laps of distance, cautions will count.
And an attempt to move this program along so that we can try desperately to beat Mother Nature at her own game.
Now, we did run the qualifying race first. Of course, we did have to run that to get the field set for the Thompson 300. And this will give, this 50-lap cautions counting race will give the drivers a chance to get their cars set for the 300, which will come out immediately following this one. All right, ready to go. Tremendous field of late model stock cars, 42 strong. Ready to go, 16, Rob Palmer, and 84, Bob Bruce. Bring the field around as they get ready to rumble here for this 50-lap Sunoco Championship late model event. Green flag is out, we're underway.
They're headed for turn 1 with Palmer down on the inside, and he gets the jump. Bruce drops right back into the second spot. LaFleche now assumes third. Johnson is fourth. Monticello is fifth. Rounding out the top 5 as they head single file is the 70 of Rick Gentis. Pretty much double or triple file from there on back. But the top 5 or 6 cars, but Johnson gets out of shape and almost gets in trouble, but loses a host of spots and sees the point leader to zip right on by him in the process.
Pretty much an outside shot for John Johnson to win this thing here today. Johnson 44 points behind, and it pays 50 to win. So Johnson would have to win the race, and Gentis would have to drop out pretty much right in the early going, and there he goes. Gentis is around, and the point leader is spun out by Mark St. Hilaire out in turn 4. Gentis better not wait here because cautions do count, so Gentis is imperative for him to get around. And we've got a caution flag here on lap number 2.
All right, so just as the challenger ends up losing some spots, the leader ends up losing a host of spots.
They have announced also that the 8 of Mark St. Hilaire will be put to the rear of the field for rough riding. He had pretty much just spun out the point leader. And you can see Gentis coming back on pit road in the number 70. And we are ready to go back to green here. John Johnson will come back out. So Johnson remains on the lead lap. And look at this, folks. The point leader does have a problem. They are checking over the back of that car. And apparently he does have a problem with the number 70. He is still on the lead lap, but is in serious, serious danger of losing a lap here in the number 70. What a tough break for Gentis. He is going to lose a lap.
And he is being held. Field goes by, and Gentis will now move out onto the racetrack.
Boy, this will be a serious blow to his championship hopes. 44-point lead going into this race.
But
let's keep our attention on that because it's a good one. Rob Palmer and Bob Bruce as the black flag is out for Mark St. Hilaire. John Johnson, the challenger in the points, is also a lap down, and as you mentioned, he is creeping along in the number 76. Black is out for St. Hilaire because he didn't go all the way to the back of the pack, so they're going to give him a stop-and-go penalty. Bob Bruce takes over the lead here on lap number 7. Got the top spot, and I believe we're going to go to caution here because John Johnson is just limping along, and the yellow is out. Caution is out for John Johnson in the 76.
so things are happening fast and furiously out here on the racetrack. Green flag is back out, and it is car number 84, Bob Bruce, to lead them off the line and down into turn number 1.
Look at that move by flying Brian McCarthy down there. We've got him 3 deep for 4th, 5th, and 6th. McCarthy in the number 1. down on the bottom of the racetrack. This is his first start here at Thompson in quite a while. Same with the orange 30 of Ricky Shawn. It looks like Ricky Rudd, doesn't it? But it's Rick Shawn. Both of those guys making a return here to Thompson after a long absence, and they are right in the thick of it, Russ. Pretty impressive right off the truck for those two cars.
No question about it. They both had very successful days yesterday. Look at the battle up front as Rob Palmer puts the 16 right into the lead. A brand new race car as Palmer slides into the lead down into turn number 3. That puts Bob Bruce into the second spot. Third is then black number 9 for Rick LaFleche. We come back across the line. Botticello runs in the 4th spot. Rounding out the top 5 is Rick Shawn. Then it is McCarthy in car number 1.
Pretty good effort also for the 41 of Tom Butler. He's making his first start of the year here at the Big T, and he's up there in the 7th position with a pretty solid effort. Here comes John Johnson back out on the racetrack, many laps down in the number 76. But meanwhile, back out in front, Rob Palmer, that brand new Napa of Putnam, and the Framboise Well Drilling, number 16, at the head of the pack with 13 of the 50 complete here today. Bob Bruce running in the 2nd spot, and we've got trouble here at the start-finish line. Frank Kaiser Jr. sliding through the infield, and it will not be a happy birthday for Rob Haru in the Consumers Oil Mail Tree Service number 87 as he comes to rest here in the start-finish line. Looks like quite a bit of damage to that number 87 car.
Not only did he get clobbered on the side, but the nose of the car got hit pretty hard as well. But he is able to drive away and will head for pit road.
Your attention, please. Mike Joy, or Mr. Holland. Please report to Bill Slater's trailer in the pits. Mike Joy or Mr. Holland report to Bill Slater's trailer in the pits, please. All right, folks, pace car, the Diamond Chevy Camaro pace car, ducks for cover on pit road, and here come the leaders. Number 16, Rob Palmer. Number 84, Bob Bruce. Green flag waves, and we're underway with this one. And Richie Alfiero in the 82 with a problem here.
Looks like
he was going to make it to the pits. Nope, he actually does get it.
All right, off the turn they go. We have the 16 car from Rob Palmer out in front. Bob Bruce runs in the 2nd spot. Third is the 9 of LaFleche. Then it is Dennis Botticello and Ricky Shawn as they exit turn number 4. And
Bill Nash.
We've got him stacking up. Yetis does a little rock and roll down through the infield and pulls out right alongside of his buddy John Johnson.
Bill Nash got spun around. Pretty amazing that nobody else was involved. Everyone was able to make it by. Nash sitting down on the bottom racetrack cannot get the car started, and he is going to go a lap down here as the caution comes out here on lap number 19. Bill Nash, who is a DARE police officer, the DARE officer out in the town of Norwich, Connecticut. Rob Palmer in the number 16 from just up the road here in Griswold, Connecticut. Started out in the strictly stock division here at the Big T, that Bobby G chassis car, a brand new machine. Town and Country Auto Group, the Framboise Well Drilling, Furs Radio, and Napa, the sponsors of that car, and he is the leader. As he and Bob Bruce on the outside have ping-ponged back and forth with the race lead in this 50-lapper so far. We're just 4 laps shy of the $100 halfway mark, and Rob Palmer pulls away and grabs that top spot.
Sure does, and Bruce is glued right to his rear bumper. Look at how we change things in the back of the pack, however. A lot of changes being made as we shuffle the deck off of second turn. Down the back straightaway they go, as Lonnie Mecto has now taken that round number 48 car from deep in the pack and has placed it well into the top 10. Mecto, a multi-time feature event winner, is on a roll. He sits right behind the 30 of Ricky Shawn.
Bob Hanley still the driver to watch in that 14 car. He has blasted his way up through the field, and he is crested just beyond the top 10. We'll see if he can make the move under Fred Soucy out there in turn 2, that blue Napa King Oldsmobile, and he is working it on up through the pack in that number 14. Meanwhile, Rob Palmer in the 16 car pulling away just a little bit here from Bob Bruce, Rick LaFleche, and Dennis Botticello, the big kahuna in the number 18 car. Rick Shawn, former champ here at the Big T, runs back there in the 5th position in the number 30. As we've got a spin again, that looks like Steve De Groselia in the red number 56, Task Country Homes, Task Construction number 56, and that'll bring out another caution here, one away from the halfway point. Steve's going to go a lap down in the Ford T-Bird. Dennis Botticello on the outside, he's your 3rd place point man. Then it's Rick Shawn in the number 30 Lonnie Mecto in the 48. Great run for Roy Ethier in that number 17. That's not his regular race car. That's the Doug Burks automobile, and Roy doing a great job with that car here today.
Green flag is out.
A lot of beating bang in the middle of the pack here as Falcone and Stample get into it. The 5 and the 22, and they sort things out and keep rolling, but got a little squirrely there for a moment.
As they head down the back straightaway, it is car number 16, Rob Palmer, followed by the 84 of Bruce. Look at the 48. We mentioned Lonnie Mecto several laps ago, and he continues his march to the front of this pack. He is now into the top 5, and bearing down on that group is the 14 of Bob Hanley. Started very, very deep. In fact, started 41st in the lineup, and in 32 laps, finds himself well into the top 10 right now. In fact, into the 7th spot with that Napa-sponsored car number 14.
Mecto.
Very loose, out of shape, and it cost him make it to almost 3 positions.
Tries to cut up in front of Hanley, and the two cars made contact out there. Looked like Rick Shawn and the 48 of Mecto made a little bit of contact in turn 4, and that almost sent Mecto around. Dave McDougall in the number 12, way off the pace, high up the racetrack in turn 1. Doesn't look like he'll be a factor as the leaders come down through the stripe. It gets a little bit brighter out here. That's a good sign as they head on into the first turn. It's 16 laps from the conclusion of this one, and we still have Rob Palmer dominating this one. He's led just about the whole way except for 6 laps in the early going when he relinquished the lead to Bob Bruce in the number 84. So Palmer in the lead. Bruce running in second. Third is the 9 of LaFleche. Fourth is Botticello in the 18. We've got trouble in turn 4. John Falcone Jr. and the 11 car getting into it here, Randy Tucker. And there's one other automobile involved. I believe that's Gary Michaud in the Plymouth Duster, Dodge Demon, number 71. Also involved out there. In fact, it is on the Busch Grand National North Series.
Diamond Chevrolet pace car dives to pit road, and we are about to get underway. Here they come off the turn. Green flag is out. Once again, Rob Palmer has a good fight as they cross the line, but Bob Bruce puts the 84 on the high groove. Can he make the move? The answer is no. Bruce tucks right in on the rear bumper. There's a good side-by-side battle for third as the 9 car of Rick LaFleche and the 18 of Botticello runs side-by-side. Lonnie Mecto's 48 sits back there, and here comes the 14 of Bob Hanley.
10 laps to go this time, and you got to wonder what if for Bob Hanley. What if that car wouldn't have been a little light through post-race tech yesterday? He would have started on the pole, folks. And what a move he's made through the field in that number 14. Trouble in 2. We've got the 17 of Ethier going around in the second turn. Let's see if Roy's able to restart it. John Johnson has also lost it in the 76, exiting turn 2. Ethier unable to start the 17, and the caution is out. And looks like Roy is going to lose a lap here as the leaders roll around off of turn 2. Roy Ethier has gone a lap down. Tough break for the driver out of Sterling, Connecticut. As we mentioned, this is not the car that Roy Ethier normally drives here at the Big T. Ethier had a problem with that car a few weeks ago, and Doug Burks volunteering his automobile for Roy Ethier on a race when you count the caution flags. So Griswold heading into the pits and coming to the attention of his crew. And they are going to hold him on pit road. They are going to hold him on pit road. He actually stopped at the wrong pits as well. So
it's kind of a moot point now because we are back underway, and Rob Palmer puts the red, white, blue car number 16 out in front, and Bruce holds on for second. Great run for Rick LaFleche. He has had some terrific runs all season long, but this is probably a banner performance for him with that black car number 9. Mecto up into the 4th spot. Botticello managed to sneak by the high-flying number 14 of Hanley, but Hanley tries to make a run down the inside as they head back for turn number 1.
Bill Nash had an off-track excursion out there in turn 2. You can see him still sitting down on the grass, but he is underway and looking to stay green for the moment. 5 laps to go. Make it 4 as they come off turn 4 this time. And Rob Palmer with a substantial lead here as he turns up the wick in the final 5 laps and opens up the lead over Bob Bruce, Rick LaFleche, Lonnie Mecto, and Bob Hanley. What a tremendous run for Bob Hanley today from 41st position all the way up to fifth. Bob Bruce out of shape in turn 2. And look at this, we've got three-way battle for second, third, and fourth. Bob Bruce got out of shape in turn 2. Lonnie Mecto and Rick LaFleche pounced on him. They are doing a lot of rubbing out there in 4. Bob Bruce, Mecto, and LaFleche all locked together. And look at Bob Hanley to the inside. 3 laps to go. Hanley slides it in, makes contact with Bruce, and Bruce is almost to the wall. 2 laps to go, and Bob Hanley has worked his way all the way from 41st to 2nd. He's got a long way to go to get at the race leader, Rob Palmer, with 2 laps remaining. What a run for Bob Hanley today.
No question about it. Nash goes around with the 10 right in front of everybody, and Rick Gentes makes a hard hit. And it looks like we will go back to caution on this one. The 10 car is down out of the way, and we may, in fact, remain under green. Here comes your leader, car number 16, Rob Palmer. 1 final circuit to go, but the yellow is out. Yellow flag is out, and you can see there is some debris on the racetrack as the 70 of Rick Gentes is limping down the backstretch. A lot of damage done to the 10 car, which is that of Officer Bill Nash. And the 25 automobile for Henry Stanfield, also with a lot of smoke coming up from underneath that one. So far from over, but some incredible action. So it looks like we are set for a go. Green-white checker. The pace car heads for cover. Palmer jumps on the throttle. Green flag is out. We are underway. This is for all the money as Palmer gets about a 2-car length advantage over Hanley as they head for turn number 1. Rob Palmer in the red, white, blue car number 16 leads them off the 2nd turn and down the back straightaway with Hanley right there in the 14. Then it is Lonnie Mecto in car number 48. Bob Bruce in the 84 and the 9 of Rick LaFleche. White flag is in the air. Palmer a little bit loose off the turn, gathers it back nicely and leads them across the stripe into the 1st turn for the final time, but we've got problems galore on the backstretch, and the yellow flag is out again. Brian McCarthy and Rick Gentes come together on the back straightaway in a classic T-bone crash. And Gentes, who has hit just about everything but the lottery here this afternoon, is able to back away. It has been a horrible day for Rick Gentes in car number 70. He has finally managed to find victory lane in a late model stock car. He has been here before in other divisions, but visits victory lane for the first time in a late model. Let's go trackside with Rich Bono. Rich?
All right, Russ. Rob Palmer nails down his first ever victory here at the Thompson Speedway, Hilton and Stafford, about 3 weeks ago, and is bringing out a brand new race car here this weekend at Thompson Speedway. They put it in victory lane, a dominating performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Rob Palmer is the winner. Hey, about time. Congratulations. Great run for you. Been a while. If you could pick one to win, I guess this is a good one. Great show.
This is the one. We picked the one at Stafford. We picked this one here, too. I got to thank all the guys. They work so hard. They work so hard for me all year long. 2 cars, 2 tracks. They do a tremendous job. The race was great. The car was super. I'd like to thank LaFrance Roy Swell Drilling. Paul's been a sponsor for a long time. He's a real, real big help. We couldn't do it without him. And I'd like to thank Town & Country Auto Group, all the guys, Larry's Auto Machine, awesome horsepower. You see the horsepower? Oh, it's great. The car was hooked up today, and I'm really, really happy. I finally did it. It's been a long road. I didn't know where victory lane was. It took me a long time to find it.
Well, Bob Hanley started 41st in this field, and he worked his way up to 2nd. You sure didn't want that caution on the last restart, but you were able to get him there on that last restart and open up a little bit of a lead.
I did what I could. I really put the hammer down. I was trying not to bake the tires, but I was a little nervous for Bobby back there. I was a little nervous, and I know he runs good, and I knew where he started, and I knew where he was, so that was all the more reason to be nervous.
All right, congratulations, Robert Palmer. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your winner in the late model stock car division here today. The folks from Sunoco, Dick Robinson, and our trophy girl from Sunoco are on here to present the beautiful silver trophies, beautiful silver cup trophies to our race winner, Robert Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, from Griswold, Connecticut, as he nails down the victory here this afternoon.
All right, Rich, now what we would like to have you do is, if you have a program, is to start from the back of the program and flip forward